Okay.
Here come the water right.
Yeah.
Alyssa, you accept every piece of me, whether good or bad. You dance in the kitchen with me and sing stupid songs. You acknowledge that I apparently can't remember a goddamn thing, and I can't seem to see things right in front of my face. Thus, you've taken on the task of keeping note of all my belongings. Me and all my things would be lost without you. No one has ever loved me the way that you do. I knew from the moment I seen your face, you're going to be an important person in my life. I am so proud to have you as my wife and be yours. I choose you, and I will choose you every day, even the days I don't like you. If we become poor or you become sick, you will still be my first choice. My heart is locked on you. I am so excited to spend the rest of my life devoted to you. See you at the aisle, babe. All my love.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, that's
Damn it.
perfect.
Damn you. Damn you.
Save the makeup. Save the makeup.
I'm saving my makeup.
Do the fan. Do the fan.
I'm
Do the fan. I got
Dry
you.
off.
I'm happy.
Yeah, that's nothing to
We're good.
Dry my
We're
hair.
good.
Not working.
All right.
You're a falling star, you're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're the swimming pool on an August day, and you're the perfect thing to say. And you play it coy, but it's kinda cute. Oh, when you smile at me, you know exactly what you do. Baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true, 'cause you can see it when I look at you. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything. You're a carousel, you're a wishing well, and you light me up when you ring my bell. You're a mystery, you're from outer space, you're every minute of my everyday. And I can't believe that I'm your man, and I get to kiss you, baby, just because I can. Whatever comes our way, I will see it through, and you know that's what all love can do. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word, your everything. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you. You make me sing your every line, your every word,
So,
your
for
everything.
those of you who don't know me, my name is Tracy. I'm Sable's Auntie Tracy. My sister Lori is Sable's mom. Sable and Liz asked me to both write and officiate the ceremony today. When they did, I thought, what the hell are you guys thinking of? But they asked me, so I'm going to do it. So, if I mess up, I'm now old enough to blame it on old age, so please bear with me. When they first asked me to do this, I got together with them to ask what they wanted in the ceremony. And frankly, they gave me a whole laundry list of things. They wanted it to be romantic but funny. They wanted it to be spiritual but not religious. They wanted some traditional elements but not traditional. I didn't know what they really wanted, so I kind of threw everything in a blender, mixed it up, and this is what I came up with. It's going to be a little bit of a unique ceremony, but they're pretty unique people, so I hope I catch their spirit and some of what they hoped that would happen today. Now, first there's a little housekeeping to do, and that housekeeping is that, well, the house is off limits today. We have this beautiful venue that my sister Tara and Dale, this is their home. Tara and Dale, wherever you are, please stand up. Stand up. Oh, they're back there, so that's them. This is their home. And the reason we're not using the house is because they're on a septic system here, or a well system, and the house just couldn't handle the amount of water. So probably everybody noticed the beautiful purple porta potties out there. So you guys say that fast, that's not easy. And if you get really sticky, Dale has the power washer hooked up and he'll be happy to just pull that down. So just fun. And then there's choreography. We have 2 brides, so we are going to have 2 walks down the aisle today. Sable wanted me to find some really subtle, cool way to cue her DJ that it would be time to start the music, and I thought, okay, Sable, Alyssa, there's nothing subtle about either of you, and there's never been anything subtle about me. So my subtle way is I'm going to say cue music when it's time. Not time yet, don't cue yet. And when I do, then the song that Alyssa chose is going to start. And her mom will walk down the aisle, then her wedding party, then a very special event. I can't tell you because it's a surprise, but her papa will walk her down the aisle on his arm. She'll come to the front. When her song is done, then Sable's song will start. Sable's dad and dad Lonnie and her brother Jesse will walk down the aisle in her mom's place. Then her wedding party will walk down. And then there's a natural break in her song. You guys can look now.
We don't need anything or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say how I feel. Those 3 words are said too much and not enough. And if I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. Let's waste time chasing cars. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Like
Everybody look here, please. Perfect. Just look at me.
Sable Jean. Oh my. Oh boy, I couldn't do this first time. Look at you. I don't even have to see you to know how absolutely stunning you look right now, but I am willing to bet you will still take my breath away. When I first saw you in person, you ran up to me in your white flower dress, jumped on me to plan our first kiss, and I couldn't contain my shakes. That memory will forever be instilled in my mind as one of the best moments of my life. I didn't know it then, but knowing I'm about to marry you today, it all rings true. I know I will have those exact shakes as we're standing up at the altar, but these ones will be different as it's my excitement of spending the rest of my life with you. I never dreamed that I would find someone who challenged me to see the world in a way that you do. You've taught me so many things about love and life. You are the light in every room you step into, especially mine. You inspire me every day with your determination, your love for life, and your incredible way of making someone feel like they're on top of the world. I feel so blessed to be able to say I found the love of my life, and I get to grow old with you. You are my best friend, my safe place, and my home. I cherish the life we have built together with all the love and laughter a house can hold. All the memories we have made in the last 4 years and all the ones to come will surely be the best of my life. I've said time and time again that I cannot wait to turn around and see you walk towards me. The day has come and the wait is finally over. I'll see you at the altar, McLaughlin. Love your bee. So take my hand. Take my whole life too, for I can falling in love with you, for I can.
I don't know what's going on. Go, Copper.
As everybody gets seated, I want to give our brides a moment to hug each other and whisper anything you want in each other's ears. And, like, I'm so nervous. You're so beautiful. The skeeter is biting me. Ready, girls?
Yeah.
Ladies? Yeah. In a traditional wedding ceremony, I'd be at the part where I say who gives this woman to be a bride, and well, it's not a traditional wedding, they're not traditional women, and I'm not saying that because neither of them are objects to be given away. So I would like to say, who supports these women in their marriage going forward? If you do, I'd like you to stand and say we do.
We do. Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Wait, we're not done. Wait. Who will be there to be a shoulder to cry on, a shelter in a storm, a soft place to land during the hard times that come into everybody's lives? Who supports them in all the fun, silly, exciting things, and ridiculous times? Those times when you're almost in danger of peeing, you're laughing so hard.
We already have.
Thank you.
We do.
Alyssa, do you freely give yourself to Sable to be her wife?
I do.
Sable, do you freely give yourself to Alyssa to be her wife?
I do.
You are the only ones who can give yourself to somebody else, and you've chosen to give yourselves to each other. Let no other person come between you ever. Please be seated. Thank you. Okay, we finally made it. All the plans are done, all the preparing, all the hecticness, all the craziness. You guys are up here. I want you to take a moment to quiet your minds, breathe deep, and just be present and enjoy the ceremony. This is your time together with your friends and family who love you and support you. You two have this amazing relationship. When I met you to talk about what you wanted in your ceremony, I asked what your love story was. I asked you to tell me your love story. And both of you said, oh God, we wish we had a great love story to tell. We don't. We wish we had one of those ones you hear about. And then you told me your story, and I thought, what are you guys talking about? You do have a great beginning to your love story. So for those of you who don't know, they met online. And
Pretty special.
and they became friends. And then they started chatting more and more, and it was blossoming into something else. And then, as all great love stories do, it started. And it started, well, as we, like all of us, with lies. Lies, lies, lies. Sable lied her butt off to Alyssa. Because they had planned for Sable to come down from Fort McMurray to spend a weekend with Alyssa, to meet for the very first time face to face. And Sable calls her and says, you know what, my boss is being a jerk. He says, I have to work this weekend. I can't come down. And Alyssa's like, really? And Sable says, yeah, really, there's nothing I can do about it. But I planned something for you for Saturday since I can't be there. And so she enlisted friends and family and the lies and deceit and planned this elaborate scavenger hunt and sent Alyssa on that. What Alyssa, and during the day she's texting Alyssa and phoning her and saying, oh God, work is boring, my boss is being an ass, I hope you're having a good day. And Alyssa, she's kind of heartbroken and really sad. And Sable, she's acting heartbroken and really sad. Because in reality, Sable was here. And at the end of the scavenger hunt, the final clue took Alyssa to Sable. And I happen to think that's the beginning of a great love story at the beginning. And let's face it, they met online. Think about that for a minute. There are billions of people online. The odds were good one of these ladies was talking to some guy who's 50 years old sitting in his friend's basement eating a bologna sandwich in a white beater shirt. But that's not what happened. They found each other. And to me, I think that's more than a coincidence. It makes me believe that there's some kind of higher power, that the universe said these two women were at the right point in their life to finally meet each other as they were always destined to do. And they now have this amazing relationship. And as much as they like being with family and friends and doing things, these two most enjoy being at home, sitting on the couch, watching a movie that Alyssa's going to cry to the ending of, with Doug, in comfortable clothes. That's where they like being with each other, and that says a lot. Not all couples can say that, but they really like their time together. And they said they both feel like their love is simple and easy, that it's real and honest. There's no fakeness about it. They don't feel some need to go on the internet and say, oh, my perfect partner, my perfect relationship. They don't feel the need to explain their love to anybody or justify it to anybody. It just is, and they just love each other. One of the best things, there's two things they said to me that day that really stuck with me. Sable, you said that Alyssa loves you in a way no one else has ever loved you, and that you didn't even know it was possible for that kind of love to exist. And Alyssa, you said to me that the love Sable has for you just fits. It fits all your right places, and that she truly gets your heart, and nobody has ever truly got that inner piece of you before. I don't think there's much more to say than that. So, after the lies and deceit at the beginning. 3 years passed, they bought a house, they moved in together. Things progressed pretty quickly after that, actually. And they learned to still have that fun and excitement and silliness and balance it with, the dishes need to be done and the laundry needs to be being closed. They're talking over me. What did you need to know?
She doesn't do laundry or dishes.
Yeah. No, but balance it. Because what I was going to say is that Alyssa, she's the nurturing caring one and kind of the homemaker one. She does laundry. She does dishes. She kind of cooks most of the time. But Sable participates in terms of she'll dance for Alyssa while she's doing that. She'll sing for Alyssa while she's doing that. She'll tell jokes. Now, Alyssa tells me not all the jokes are as funny as Sable thinks they are, cheeky ones, but it's the fact that Sable wants to make her laugh and entertain her while she's doing the stuff that Sable hates to do. And Alyssa tells me this story about Sable hates to go grocery shopping, hates it, and does not want to go, but Alyssa wants her to come with her, and every once in a while she gets her to come with her. So, while they're out grocery shopping, Sable is moonwalking down the aisles, she's serenading strangers, she's yelling across the grocery store, hey Liz, do we need tampons? She can't try to embarrass Alyssa so that she doesn't have to go grocery shopping. Sometimes Alyssa gets frustrated and a little embarrassed, but by the time they get from the checkout to the car, they're both laughing so hard their sides are hurting at all the antics that next time Alyssa's trying to get Sable to go grocery shopping with her. And so they balance those things that everybody has to do with fun and with excitement. And, oh, I lost my place. I got so excited about the story. I want you guys to remember one thing. There's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times. I know you already know that. And sometimes those bad times seem to last, and you go, what the hell did I get myself into? I just want to kill her. That happens. Trust me. There's been days I just about killed her. But I want you to remember that those are moments. And moments will eventually pass. And say there's a time that you get mad at each other and you're mad for 2 months. And you think, oh my God, this marriage is never going to work. This is 2 months. Well, I hope you're married to each other for at least 50 years. And if you are, let me do my math. That's 2,600 weeks. So 8 weeks of being pissed off at each other, in perspective, is nothing. So remember, those moments will pass, and there will be good ones after that. And you learn from them, and you cherish them, and you say, there's lessons to learn here. Take them, let them enrich your life, so that the next time you're only mad for a week, you know. And so the good times are just as are important, but the bad times are important too. And you guys have a relationship that something in there is super important, and that's that you like to have fun, you like to laugh, and you're willing to go outside your box and do things that make you uncomfortable sometimes. And it's not always grand things. Sometimes it's sitting at home making masks together, or putting up a lot of Christmas trees and ornaments the day after Halloween. But life doesn't just pass you by. You guys participate in it. You experience it. Keep doing that. Some people start getting in a rut and just letting life pass you by. Don't. Make masks. Put up more Halloween or more decorations. It's okay, Alyssa. More decorations are okay. Moonwalk down the aisle. All of those things. I want you both to just look out here for a minute. See all these people here? We are all here to love and support you. And I'm not saying anything about age, but there are hundreds of years worth of experience sitting here. So you guys are not alone in this marriage thing. If you guys get in a rut and you can't figure out something, ask us. One of us probably knows or at least has a suggestion of something else you can try. You're not alone. Don't be afraid. Asking for help is not a weakness, it's a strength. And we all love you. And we're all willing to come and help you. We're also willing to come for a barbecue or a get-together. And every one of us sitting here, we all need to remember to invite them to participate in our lives after they're married and in the fun. And next time you plan a scavenger hunt, damn it, I want to be part of it. I'll lie. I'm good at lying. And I have an analogy for you. I often think of marriage like the Rocky Mountains. I think the mountains are spectacular. They're strong, and they just have such strength in them, and they're grand, and they're awe-inspiring, they're enduring. And I love them. And they make me smile every time I'm there. And you guys make me smile every time I spend time with you. But for there to be the Rocky Mountains, there have to be valleys. And the valleys are the low times in the marriage. And low times suck, but without them there are no highs. And to get those high highs, you have to have the low lows. And there are people, I know people in marriages who want to avoid the low lows. And they so desperately want to avoid the lows that they start giving up who they are as human beings. You get stuck. That was a bee. Okay. Sorry. That's okay. Is it gone? Yep. Okay.
So is Alyssa.
So in order to avoid the lows, marriage is about compromise, but they start compromising who they are as people. They start compromising their integrity, what they believe in. And they start filling in those lows in the valleys. I don't want you guys to do that. Never compromise who you are as people. You have to compromise on issues, but not who you are as human beings. And the people who want to compromise, what they're doing is they're putting dirt in between the mountains. And you know what happens when they finally fill it in? It's flat. You're living in Saskatchewan. And no offense to anybody who comes from Saskatchewan, and I'm talking about northern Saskatchewan, but it's boring. It's monotonous. It's the same thing day after day. And who wants that? So I want you to think of that. I want you to embroider it on a pillow, paint it. Who wants to live in friggin' Saskatchewan? I want to see that on your wall. That should be your marriage mantra. And if ever you're in a rut and the marriage doesn't seem to be working, jump in the car, take a road trip, drive across Saskatchewan. If you need to go a little ways into Manitoba, it's the same boring stuff. Then drive back to the mountains and look at the mountains and say, do we want to live in the Rockies or do we want to live in Saskatchewan? So that's my best advice for you is you don't want to live in Saskatchewan. So take the Rocky Mountains, there's craggy spots, there's tough places where you have to hold on with your fingernails, but it's worth it. And you'll have an awe-inspiring, spectacular marriage that will be very strong. It's next page. Okay, I've rambled quite a bit now. And so we're going to get to a more traditional thing. Sable and Alyssa have decided that they want to exchange rings. Now, traditionally, I would say something to the effect of rings are a circle, they represent the endless circle of life, yada, 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 but we've all been there, done that, heard that at 1,000 weddings, and I'm not saying that. So I sat and I thought about rings for a while and circles, and I came up with this idea, and it's going to be hard to work it in, but we're going to work it in anyway. Alyssa and Sable, I want you to embrace each other, hug each other, please. And stay hugging. This is the first circle in your marriage. It's the most important circle. The two of you together. I want you to notice there's no room for any other person in that circle. Don't ever let anybody else in between the two of you. If your dress wasn't so big, there would be some space down by your feet. And that's the space for you to bring your children into your circle. But aside from your children, don't let anybody else into the circle. Now stay like that, and I'd like to ask their family to get up, please. All the family members of the listening table, or you don't have to hug quite as close, but all the family members. The trees are kind of in the way, but I would like you to come in with their wedding party and kind of make a circle around them. Yep, Mom, you can get up right up. Anybody who's their family, please get up. I'm trying to give you guys all a chance to get up and stretch a little bit too. Come on. Anybody who's family, please get up.
It's gonna be
Pretty much.
That's okay if it's pretty much everybody. This represents the second circle in your marriage. These are the people who will support you and who will love you, who will always be there to catch you if you need to be caught. Well, we just love you and support you, girls. This is your second circle. We'll always embrace you with our love. Now I'd like the people who are left who are friends. In my mind, it was going to be a third circle around us, but then I came out and there's trees. So I'd like you guys to take the opportunity to make a circle at the back, please. All the friends, please get up. Get a moment to stretch. Go to the back, make a circle.
Somebody's gonna steal my spot. I'll bet you.
Somebody will probably kind of sit.
good.
Okay, and if you can see back there, that's your third circle. These people are as important, if not more important than your family, because you've chosen them to be part of your family. They are your family. And they'll support you and love you just as much as the people in your second circle. I want you to always feel like you're surrounded by these circles. The first and foremost circle is the two of you together, but you're not alone. All of us embrace you and circle you for your life. I'd like you to get your rings while I'm looking for them. People going to watch the Can friends come closer so that they can watch the ceremony? Please. Or maybe everybody can go and sit back down. I'm told. Is
that what the bride wants?
That's what the brides have. So Alyssa, I would like you to take the ring that you have for Sable. And as you place it on your finger, I'd like you to repeat after me. Sable, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
Sable, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my commitment,
as a symbol of my commitment,
as a promise to be both your best friend and your partner,
as a promise to be both your best friend and your partner,
as my promise to laugh at your jokes, even the cheeky ones,
as as I promise to laugh
at your
at
jokes,
your jokes,
even the cheeky ones,
even the cheeky ones,
to hold you when you cry,
to hold you when you cry,
to count no other person above you,
to count no other person above you,
to be your knight in shining armor should you need one.
to be your knight in shining armor should you need one.
It is a symbol of my heart,
It is a symbol of my heart,
my soul,
my soul,
and all that I am.
and all that I am.
Sable, can you take the ring that you have for Alyssa? And as you place it on, Alyssa, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
Alyssa, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love,
as a promise of my commitment,
as a promise of my commitment,
to be your best friend and your partner.
to be your best friend and your partner.
I promise to always sing
I promise to always sing
and to dance for you and with you,
and to dance for you and with you,
to count no other person above you,
to count no other person above you.
as a promise
As a promise,
to put my boots on and kick someone's ass if they hurt you.
to put my boots on and kick someone's ass if they hurt you.
It is a symbol of my heart,
It is a symbol of my heart,
my soul,
my soul,
and all that I am.
and all that I am.
I would like both of you to repeat after me. These rings bind us together.
These rings bind us together.
They'll remind us each day of the love we share.
They'll remind us each day of the love we share.
When we are apart,
When we are apart,
we can touch these rings
we can touch these rings
and know that our hearts are speaking to each other.
and know that our hearts are speaking to each other.
Okay. I gave people a chance to stretch. We did a traditional part, and I'm tired of speaking. So it's now time for these two lovely brides to exchange the vows that they have written for each other.
Just all my stuff. Sure.
Alyssa, can you read the vows that you have for Sable?
Sable, it's such a pleasure to be standing here beside you. When we first met, I didn't know you would end up being my best friend, my biggest supporter, and the love of my life. And now, 4 years later, I couldn't imagine being here with anyone else but you. I feel completely at home with you, as you make every day of my life a luxury. The love we share for one another is something I thought was only achievable in my dreams. You're my rock, my inspiration, and the most beautiful woman inside and out. I am so lucky to have found someone as incredible as you are. Now my vows. I promise to be honest, to be faithful, and to make our family's love and happiness my first priority. I promise to never let you lose your silliness that I love so much, even when you're not being funny.
Wait, you just promised.
I promise to always give my full support no matter the situation and will continue to be your greatest cheerleader. In sickness and in health, I promise to never stop taking care of you, and that includes holding your hair back. I vow to be patient in all that life may throw at us, like finding things for you that are right in front of your face. I will laugh with you in times of joy and cry with you in times of sorrow, but let's be real, I do most of the crying for you. I promise to respect you as your own person and know that your interests are no less important than my own. I vow to hold your heart and protect it at all costs. I promise to be the best person I can be, not only for me, but for you and all that surround us. Together we will create a future filled with love, laughter, and compassion. My commitment and undying love for you will never go unsaid. I choose you today and every day after for the rest of our lives.
Oh, Sable, can you now read your vows to Alyssa?
Mine are a bit longer. Alyssa, you're unlike any other person that's ever been offered to me. Your acceptance of who I am was immediate and welcoming. I continue to be drawn to your silliness. I don't ever want to stop playing together. Our Who Can Dance Worse competitions, poor renditions of the Star-Spangled Banner, and the uncontrollable laughing fits we find ourselves in right before we kiss and close our eyes to sleep. These things are my favorite parts of us. There's intimacy in our purposeful stupidity. I want to grow old dancing in the kitchen with you while touching your butt and watching our children and dogs grow older. I look forward to being the crazy old ladies at the bar, slamming back shots, tearing up the dance floor, and showing the next generations what love should look like. Through time, I will hold these vows close, and I promise to stand behind them. First and foremost, I vow to continually remind you that this is not a Nicholas Sparks film. In no way will marriage be easy or undemanding. Love requires maintenance. There will be difficult times, and in them we will grow. I can't promise to like you all the time. That's unrealistic because, let's be honest, sometimes you're a stubborn son of a bitch. But regardless, even in moments where I may not like you, I will always love you and have love for you. I vow to always sing silly songs, to purposely sing them poorly, and create scenes in public because I am willing to embarrass myself for the sake of your smile. When you fall down and your light dims, I vow to ensure that mine shines bright enough for the both of us, and I will pull you out of your darkness. I vow to never stop pushing you towards growth, and I vow to grow with you through the years. I vow to never, ever, 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 ever stop making you laugh. Even through our darkest of times, I will muster up an inappropriate comment or poorly timed joke to break up the shadows. I vow to always be open and honest with you, no matter how hard the conversation is. I will find what comfort I can in open vulnerability. It's easy to love you in richness and wealth, but what I'm vowing is to love you if our finances go to shit. I will take less so you can have more. I will give you the rest of my dinner and assure you I'm full. I will do everything in my power to find us right. Stop it.
Sorry.
I will do everything in my power to find us a way back to what we're feeling today. And with that, I promise this. If you get sick, I vow that I will do everything I can to heal your soul, even if I can't heal your body. I will sit beside you and hold your hand and be a positive pull away from the negative. I vow to become the strongest parts of you if you get weak. Alyssa, I will always love and be drawn to you. I've always believed that when our life is over, we get to start anew. And if I'm right about that, I will search for you in my next life and my next life after that. And I'm already certain that I've made that promise to you in the lifetimes before this. I am incredibly fortunate to have you for a wife and always have you throughout time. I know emotionally I'm often a closed book, but I need you to know that your name is on every page, down to the very last line.
Not kicked mine.
Okay. She thinks I wasn't going to
Can I go just go rewrite mine?
I got more things to say.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Not a dry eye.
I would like to say that by the power vested in me by absolutely nobody who's ever met me in real life, I now pronounce you wife, and wife, you may kiss your bride.
Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. For the morning sun and all its glory greets the day with hope and comfort too. You fill my life with laughter, and somehow you make it better. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. There's a love that's divine, and it's yours and it's mine, like the sun. And at the end of the day, we should
Jungle.
Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one else above you? You fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Take away all my sadness, fill my life with gladness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Take away all my sadness, fill my life with gladness, ease my troubles, that's what you do.
Oh my god! You still look so good as you did last time. I love it. I love it.
Kate, Dad, open the door. Yes. Pretty pink.
Oh, you're so beautiful.
To give the best of mine till the end of the time. Believe me, I can fly. I'm proud that I can fly. To give the
Stop that,
best
stop
of
that,
mine.
stop that,
The
stop that,
heavenly
stop that.
stars in the sky, wishing once upon a time.
Oh, good. How are you?
Me love, make me smile.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I had to lose a bunch of weight.
Did you?